Hello, everyone. How are you? It's Wednesday. What's today? September 18th on a Wednesday afternoon here in New York City. It's cloudy outside. I said, let me come live because if I didn't come live today, I probably would not come live. I get lazy. I get disinterested in going live because sometimes it's nothing to talk about. However, I like to check in with my supporters to see how everyone is doing, uh, where they are in life, just to see if everyone is alive and kicking. I'm doing well. I'm okay. School started back, so I'm just really and still getting into the midst of getting Zachary off to school every day. It's been a nice transition. Hi, Bridget. How are you? Hello. Welcome to the chat, Bridget. Welcome to the live show. I'm so honored to be here because I was like, I haven't been live and came to check up on my supporters. My supporters have the tendency to check up on me, which is a great thing. And I believe it's a beautiful thing and I appreciate it. So the least I can offer is to let my supporters know I am doing okay. Everything's okay. I just been chilling, getting things in order. I like to be active behind the scenes, and sometimes I just, don't have the energy or even the, I don't know, motive to come live. Hey, Lasagna, how are you? How you doing? Are you well? Welcome to the chat, Lasagna. Welcome everyone. Listen, I put up in a title about Diddy a creep. We could get into that, but I just wanted to touch bases with my supporters to see how everyone is doing. I'm okay. Today's a beautiful, well, it's not beautiful, it's cloudy, so it's a perfect day to go live and chat. I'll stay with you all. Hey, Jacqueline. Jacqueline is saying, hey, Brox in chat. I'll stay live with you for about an hour or more. 2 o'clock, I'll end it because I have to go get Zachary. So, yeah, I definitely will be here for a little bit or end it a little bit before 2 o'clock. But we'll see how I go. I just wanted to come in here and build and bond with my beautiful supporters, the brave hearts, the bold, the beautiful, the cool, the confident, sexy, and intelligent. Yeah, I put up the post about Diddy. We'll talk about that. But I haven't really been seeing anything on YouTube or in this sector that might get anyone's attention. Hey, yours truly, how are you? How you doing? Thank you for stopping by, beautiful people that's in the chat already. I'm happy to see you guys and happy that you are still with me. But yeah, nothing has been really going on. I've been listening. It's been dry. It's been dead. It's been like the same old shit that's been going on, the same shit when I leave, the same shit when I come back. But as my supporters and listeners, you always have the opportunity to drop down in the chat and talk about anything you want to talk about. This is an open discussion, an open panel for anyone that just want to make they go by a little bit smoother and a little bit more pleasant. That's what I'm here for. Now, now, Bronx, you have to go live more often. I know I do need to go live more often just to build my platform and build a little bit, gain monetary value because you can't come live and make money. Not that much money, but you could make enough money to pay an extra bill. So I agree with you, yours truly. You're right. I do. This is a second, not a second, a passive income, a side income. So I need to take that into consideration. Hey, Jackie Brown, how are you? How you doing? I'm fine, thank you. Diddy is a sick man. This is deep. He's very much so a sick man, and I did not like Diddy ever since I've known him, and I don't know him personally. I mean, of course, I listen to his music, but seeing him and dancing and just, I always thought he was a creep from the time he wears sunglasses inside, indoors, and he don't have I don't know, he just don't function or appear to be a good person. But he did have me fooled when him and Cassidy was together, and I'm not Cassie was together. He did a interview with her. He made it seem like he was a loving and caring person. Aside from me knowing that he was a creep, I'm like, well, maybe, just maybe, I didn't put my faith into him or even for 1 second think that he is a decent person. I thought, oh, maybe he could be a decent person, but this is way before anybody found out that he had allegedly beat the shit out of Cassie, and that was just crazy. But you hear other things about him, the things that he do to the people he do it to. It's not cool. It's not right. Um, I'm glad that he's in jail where he's. Oh, how are you? How you doing? Lou is a member. Lou been with me for a long time. Lou been with me for going on over 2 years, and I appreciate Lou. I appreciate all my members. I appreciate all my supporters that has stuck with me through this time and from the beginning. So thank you, Lou. I'm glad to see you in here. Thank you. Yeah, so with Diddy, I really listen. I just think he get what he deserves. He deserves to be in jail, and I am proud and confident to say that. And I say that because a lot of people, a lot of men in particular, a lot of black men in particular, not to put a race on it, but it's mostly black men and that gender coming to his defense, saying that he is innocent until proven guilty. I'm just going to go ahead and say it that if you are a type of person, man or woman, defending Diddy, you are a creep. Why did he have all that damn lube? I don't know. Listen, they said he had a lot of lube. I don't. Well, we already know what lube is used for. We're not going. I'm not going to even get into the conversation about lube. But lube is useful. It's very useful and it's needed. And if he's having parties that he's having, then he needed it. A lot of it. Like he couldn't even contain himself or compose himself. He was just a sick, sick, sick man. They say he had thousands of bottles. Oh, yeah. You know what? He giving lube a bad name because lube is needed. It's necessary in much cases, especially if you need it. And I'm not going to touch on that topic because it could be a sensitive topic for most. But he's just a creep. Let's just call him what he is: a creep, a disgusting person. He always have been disgusting. He always been creepy. He always been scary. He always been just off. Hi Teresa, how are you? How you doing? Do you think he will talk? He's not alone. Yours truly is smiling, laughing. I hope he don't talk. Like if you're gonna do the crime, do it by yourself. And a lot of people say he's not alone. Yeah, he's not alone, but he's the only one that been brought up on charges, right? Like he wasn't alone. He was alone when he was beating the shit out of Cassie. That was enough for me. He was alone when he was just. People may have enabled him, and people may have. Um, I don't care about the other people. I care about him because I know him not personally, but we know him as a public figure, right? So I feel like he should take most of the responsibility, bear most of the responsibilities. He's the big fish, yeah. And a lot of people would say, well, he didn't do it alone and he's going to take people down. I don't know if he is that stupid enough to take anyone down because it's not like they're going to give him time served or is someone bigger than him. He is a multimillionaire, a black man, known in the industry for being vicious. So yeah, that's like when people were saying when R. Kelly was arrested, I mean, got locked up, got caught, got convicted, and saying, oh, well, what about the other people? He wasn't alone. But, you know, R. Kelly and Diddy, they should get married and join forces and live their life happily ever after and rot in jail. And a lot of people may take it like, oh, well, who are you to judge? He deserve it. I'm judging him based on his actions, and I'm judging him based on his behavior alone, his characteristics. He is a creep. He would never change from being a creep. He deserved what he get. Justice has finally been served to the victims that he have victimized, to the people that he have hurt, to the other people that he have like misled and did all sorts of things to. But if there was anyone that has, if there is anyone or other people that were a part of his sex ring. They need to go down too for the right reasons. But he is a public figure. He is a multimillionaire. He's not going to go down alone, but I don't think he's going to talk. I don't think he's that stupid to talk. So you turn 50 and now you're a snitch. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy to me. And I hear a lot of men defending Diddy. I hear a lot of men coming to his defense. I was on the elevator with one. He was looking at Diddy. Some videos of Diddy. He said, "Oh well, Diddy is going to talk and snitch on everybody." I said, "Diddy is a sucker." He's like, "Oh well, he wasn't in it by himself. So what?" Right? And then I hear other men talking about, "Oh, you need to uh, give Diddy a chance. He's innocent until proven guilty." That's disgusting. If you feel like because he's innocent to prove it guilty that nobody can judge him or ridicule him or score him or even bring up his disgusting behavior that he may have hurt and harmed a lot of people. Finally caught alive. Oh, hi Renee, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Your neighborhood from Yonkers, New York. Oh, represent Yonkers, New York, the home of Mary J. Blige. That's where Mary J. Blige is from. Like, thank you, Renee. Yeah, so I don't have no compassion for Diddy. I don't have no sorrow for Diddy. I don't have no pity for him. I hope he deserves. I hope he get what he deserves. He deserves it more than anyone else. How dumb can you be to be a successful entrepreneur, a mogul, a producer, whatever he is, actor, a rapper, whatever he is, and you mess up your life like this and you wait till you turn 50 to be repentant. Oh, I don't know if this is called repent. I don't know what he's doing. Or sorrow. He's not sorry about anything he's doing or anything he did. He didn't think he would ever get caught. He thought he had a loyal team. That's why when I say people say that word loyal to like a default, yeah, right. You don't owe your nobody loyalty. And I'm talking about in an aspect in a way that, okay, yeah, we friends, we family, you owe your loyalty to a certain degree. But to be tied up in loyalty where, oh, you could do anything you want and just get away with it, I don't think so. So let's see how loyal Diddy is when it comes to him, you know, defending himself, or when it comes to him not taking the L by himself. So a lot of people will definitely make sure that he stay behind bars. He was denied bail. Um, he was he's still in jail in New York City. I was watching another show here on YouTube, and one of the guys said he got so much money he could have fled before they arrested him. That's how arrogant and dumb Diddy is that he don't think that he can be touched. So he thought he was untouchable until now. So long live Diddy in jail, right? So that's that with Diddy. No compassion for me. I'm the type of person that will say if a person did something bad, I'm going to say that's good for him. He deserved what he get. I don't have no compassion for him. I don't have no pity for him. I don't have any sorrow for him. I hope he rots in jail along with R. Kelly. Like don't like the black community get a lot of shit fucked up, right? They stand in unity and unison when it comes to creeps like Diddy and R. Kelly, right? And then they'll praise R. Kelly and Diddy, and then they'll say stupid shit like, "Oh, he did so much for the community. He ain't do shit for me." He got a school out here in Manhattan where it's being questioned, and it's unethical in some sense of the law. So no, I don't praise creeps at all. Hey Williams World, how are you? I don't praise creeps. He's a creep. That's it. That's all. So if anybody want to put in the chat their thoughts and opinions and their comments, and you want to discuss any other topics, I am happy to discuss any other topic other than the sick, creepy Diddy. We don't need to go to sleep with him on our mind because he is irrelevant. He's not a main factor in our life. But like I said, I haven't been really listening to you. Well, I've been listening. There's nothing really interesting going on this sector. I think I heard Roz screaming yesterday. I don't listen to her like that anymore because it gets old after a while. 2 years and you still talking about the same shit. 2 years and you still rumbling on about the same things. It's just not interesting anymore or appealing at all. Did anyone? I don't know. It's been a long time because I wanted to come live when Kamala Harris debated Trump. Trump don't want to debate Kamala Harris no more. I think she did good. I think she could have did better, but she did a great job. It was a great debate. She nailed him. She emasculated him. She made him look stupid and small. Um, and that's another thing I want to talk about. Like, and I don't want to get into politics too much, and I don't want to touch on it too much or too heavy because I don't do politics or religion on this page in particular. But I feel like, and and push back if I'm wrong. You know, the only type of people that are voting for Trump is not the ones that are of much intellect, right? And I truly and deeply feel, and it's shown that any black man that vote for Trump is a sign that he hates black women, right? Because there are black men that hate black women. I'm not going to get into much deep into that because I hear how, and I say this from experience where I could hear talk to an 80-year-old man, he referring to a black woman in the sense of in a negative way, or you could see like uh, uh, clips or just talk about black women from black men. So if any man, and this goes to show you that black men have not come no far than they were back in slavery. They've been stagnated and they're going to be continue to be stagnated. I just feel like if you are a black man voting for Trump, you are saying loud and clear how you despise black women, right? Um, if you are a person that's voting for Trump, how am I supposed to not judge you on your intellect, right? Because Trump is not going to do anything for us to better ourselves. Kamala, they say, well, you know, she did this, she did that, but what they get wrong is like she's way more intelligent than Trump. She is a prosecutor, so she prosecuted someone. She was just doing her job. I hear black women and black men talking about Kamala in the nastiest way, which is totally disgusting. And that's just something that I don't even want to go in deep into. But I will be voting for Kamala because that's the only person that I should vote for. Is Kamala. I'm not telling anyone who to vote for, but you should at least assess your decisions and see if that's the right decision because we do have children and children are the future and they're the next generation. And if Trump get in office, of course he's going to send us back into a place where we can't come back from. And that's all I have to say about that, about Kamala and Trump. you know um, as far as politics going, I'm voting for Kamala. I, I haven't voted since Biden. I don't even think I voted for Biden, but I'm going to vote for Kamala because this is a historic moment. A black woman in office, a black woman getting into office before a white woman, that should tell you something. Trump is for himself. That's it. And that's all he is for himself. He's a creep. He's dumb. I don't. He don't make sense anymore. A lot of people are not going to vote for Kamala because she's a black woman, not because she's a woman. And a lot of people say, oh, well, you know, she's a woman. They're not going to let a woman in office. Those times have changed. Kamala deserves to be in office. She deserves to be our president. And I, as a citizen of New York and a number of America, I'm going to vote for her. Just like that. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. And I'm not going to sit here and say people, I don't know what my supporters' policy, I mean, their political view is, or what side they roll on. It doesn't matter because this is a no judgment zone. We don't judge over here. But, to think at least we on the same page, like, no, I don't think black people should be voting Republican. Democrats have their ways and their disadvantages and they fucked up uh, systems, but I would never vote Republican. Me too. Oh, thank you, U.S. Julie. I would never vote Republican ever, ever. Sorry, and I'll leave it at that because I don't want to get too heavy and deep into the politics. But yeah, I wanted to talk about disgusting Diddy, who's a creep. Anybody that takes up for Diddy, and I'll say this, and I'm not going to refrain from it. I'm not going to back down. If you are a man taking up for Diddy, or if you have a husband or a boyfriend or a brother or a father that thinks Diddy deserves his day in court, nah, you just fucking with a creep. He's a creep. He's a sick man, a real sick man. And I can't stress that enough. A lot of people know he's sick, and they'll come to his defense like black men stand up and protest for Diddy, but they'll go against Kamala Harris. Does that make sense? You sitting there protesting for a creep, Diddy, the disgusting person, ill, a wicked, the evil person. But you have so much to say about a black woman who's successful, who's educated, who achieved the highest position in office, the highest career, if you even could call it a career, job ever. And you'll say that you'll support Diddy, but won't vote for Kamala. That's just crazy to me. That's sickening to me. And yes, I do judge a person like Diddy because he deserves it. He deserves what he's getting. He deserves what's coming to him, and he needs to rot in jail. And that's that. That's all I have to say about Diddy and his actions. Because I was talking to another friend. You know, saying like people say, well, he wasn't alone, and yeah, he wasn't alone, but he's the main, and like yours truly said, the big fish. That's the one they want, that's the one they got. And if they didn't have surmounting evidence on him, then he would not be in jail. If he was smart enough and intelligent enough, he would not have been caught. He would have been out the country in the third world, just living the life of luxury with his money. And that's what I'll say about that. And as far as me talking about the sector, okay, well, they said this is the year of exposure. I think so too. I don't know. It's a lot of a lot of things that's coming to light. Oh gosh, it's just I don't know. It's like sometimes it gets like whack. It's not interesting. You tune in, you tune out. And I know a lot of people in the chat, my supporters, have other things that they do that's more important, that is not even compared to what's going on in this sector. Because like you see how the sector run hot and cold and dry, like it becomes dry after a while, and it just doesn't appeal to anyone's senses to come and tune in to the same bullshit over and over again, because it's just bullshit at this time. It's like nothing exciting is going on. But I've been doing things, keeping myself busy. I do want to, like, now with StreamYard, I could stream across like three different platforms, and that probably would be better if I can stream against three platforms, which is be better for me, because this is my main page, and this is where my supporters come and support me and show me love. So I can't just leave everyone out. I do have that other page. It's like cold over there. My Facebook page is cold over there, and I feel like I'm gonna change my Facebook page into a business page, like I have already. But I just need a certain amount of subscribers, and I have to be 60 days to go live. So yeah, it's just a work in progress. I Let me see what I've been doing. If anyone want to share what they've been up to or anything interested, you can drop it down in the chat. Don't be shy. We all here. We all listening. I won't be here for long. I wanted to come build with my beautiful supporters. I went to the laundry today. I did some clothes. What did I do? Yeah, I dropped Zachary off at school. Now he got me watching ER early in the morning. He watched ER in the morning, and he watched Law and Order. Those are his two favorite shows. And now he's like loving Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original movie. And that's good that he's opening his eyes to different things. But yeah, we just been chilling. I've been thinking about my supporters and my listeners, and a few people, not a lot, but some people hit me up like, "How you doing, Bronx girl?" And I just feel like I owe it to them to say I'm good, I'm fine. I want to know if you're good and you're fine. How's everything going in your life? If anything has been changed or any turns that have been made. So I'm here with you guys until, like, I don't know, I'll let it go for a little longer. We at the 24 minutes, which is okay. We could talk a little bit longer. I oh my goodness, I was talking to one of my friends, and I don't like to like put all of my thoughts out there and share it with people because a lot of people are closed minded, and they don't have an open mind when it comes to like things that they're not familiar with. So one of the things I wanted to talk about is as a 44-year-old woman, right? And I don't know, there's a lot of people in here that's older than me, that's younger than me, on age with me. And I was just telling her this morning, she's a 29-year-old woman, so she's like my oldest son age. So sometimes I have to remember that she's not like mature, or but she is mature in certain areas of her life. Like certain things she said, I'm like, yeah, that's great advice. And this younger generation, you can learn a lot from and just take advice from them without judging them or expecting them to be uh, something that they're not. Accept them for who they are. So I was telling him, like, I'm 44 years old, and I don't want to be in a relationship. I'm not looking for a relationship. If that comes, that comes, but that's not my intent right now. That's not my pursuit. I'm having fun meeting different guys. Men are creeps. Men are sick. Push back if you want to. Like, if you are married and you've been married for a long length of time, you are not understanding what I'm saying because you're not out there. And it's not like I'm putting myself out there because I love people. I love men. I love the men that I love. I love the men that I'm attracted to. So at 44 years old, I meet someone, he's at a certain age. It's like, how can someone at 44 years old, I'm 44, and I meet a guy, I meet a man, and he think he has that choice or privilege to tell me what to do. And I'm like, no, I do what I want when I want. And I say that to guys. I do what I want when I want to have friends. I'm not trying to settle down. I don't want to be a girlfriend. I'm not looking for a commitment unless you are very, very, very special. If men are not special, women are not special. And their own right, they are. But for me to meet a guy and just fully commit to him because I think he's special, that's never going to work. So I was telling him, like, I'd rather judge me all you want, people. This is what you're here for, to judge me. And I'm speaking to you with an open mind and open and honest to just give you a clear and concise thought on this statement I'm about to make. I was telling him, I'm 44 years old. I don't want to commit to no one. I'm not looking for marriage. I don't want to move in with no one. I don't want to, you know, merge finances. I don't want to share finances with someone. And I said, now that I know what I want and know what I don't want, and a lot of people look at a woman like myself, a single woman like myself, as taken the stance of polyamory. And a lot of people don't know what polyamory is, but I already knew that I could have multiple crushes on multiple people. With polyamory, it's about making connections, romantic connections, and you can make a romantic connection with someone without having a physical connection, right? So in polyamory, and this is, I've known about it for a long time, I just didn't know how to label it. Like, because I could have multiple crushes on multiple people at the same time with no commitment. And with polyamory, you have to have people that have honest, great level of understanding, and I mean great level of understanding, effective communication. And a lot of people, a lot of men don't have that. So for me to open myself up and be so vulnerable and so how you say, naive, to think I'm going to meet a guy that have all of these qualities, no. Right? It's just like me putting myself into one person and one person only. That's not going to happen anytime soon. So and I'm not trying to promote polyamory. Polyamory is on different spectrums. I'm not going to be with a man that has 10 different women and we all are his at once. No, I want to meet a guy that have multiple partners, and please do it safely. We keep the communication open and honest, right? clear and concise, with clarity. Okay, yeah, you have friends, I have friends. We don't want no commitment. I don't want no commitment. You see me walking with another person, you can say hello. We don't. Our partners don't have to know each other. Whoever you seeing, I don't have to know them. They don't have to know me, but they should know that you do have friends. I don't want a primary partner. I don't want a main man. I don't want a secondary partner. I just want to be free. And it's not easy to be a free woman in America with so much stigma around single women. And I don't call myself single because I feel like most women that are single, they are looking for and they have a goal in settling down and looking for a relationship or possibility of marriage. That's not me. That's not who I am. I feel like I could be open and honest and share with my supporters as far as like relationships and how I view relationships. And polyamory is not the center of me talking about it. It's just that it's a word. And it's definitely ethical. It's ethical. Some people might say, "Oh, she's a hoe," but that's okay. Like people describe things and words have different meanings, interpretations. But that is where I'm at in my life right now, enjoying meeting people. I have met plenty of guys that are creeps, and when I say this, a lot of people get mad. I'm like, men are fucking psychotic. They are psychotic. They do suffer and they do experience psychosis more than women, right? I could say one thing about a man, here go a woman, but men. But I'm not talking about men. I'm talking about I'm not. I mean, excuse me, but women too. I'm not talking about women. I'm talking about men, right? Men have their own lane. I'm not saying every man, but it's enough men out here to label psychotic. And I'll give you an example. I give you an example. I went because I like to do stuff on the side. So like I have tools, cleaning supplies, and things that I could do on the side to go clean people houses in the area because I live in a complex where it's private and it's a working class neighborhood. So you would make money if you become like a concierge, right? So and I want my business minded people to tell me what to do and what not to do. Just your honest opinions. So I got supplies, cleaning supplies. I put out some flyers in my complex to as a cleaning service. Um, so I knew this guy. I know the guy. I met him. We talked. We didn't. It was nothing like intimate or sexual or nothing like that. It was just a friendly conversation. He called me. I made an appointment to go see him. I agree. Thank you. I went. I went. Let's just call him John Doe, right? Just for visual sake. I went to John Doe house, and I say John Doe because I don't want to. I don't have another name in mind. He said he wanted me to come inspect and evaluate his house, his apartment, not his house, his apartment. I went to go inspect his apartment and evaluate it. A consultation, a free consultation, a walkthrough. I'm not going to get into the details of his apartment, but it need work. Like most of the men that I meet, and I feel like they need my services are for declutter and organization. You get tired of hearing it. You do. I do like so, and it's true. So I went in, he greeted me. He gave me a value. He gave me the walkthrough. He gave me the outline of his apartment, what he want done, and like I have to put out there, like I'm not here to move anything. I'm not here to risk my life or trying to like recreate anything. Like my intention is to bring a clear vision to your home, open your home, and show you a brand new home even though you probably live within clutter and you need to be organized. Okay. So I told him within my services is deep cleaning. If any woman in here that deep cleans, you know that it's very detailed and it's very time consuming, and deep cleaning is not one, two, three. So it takes time. It's tedious. But if you want to get the job done, you're going to get the job done. Any woman in here that knows about cleaning and know the process of cleaning, you know that that's money, a lot of money. And because I'm not licensed and because I don't have a name, I'm just trying to build my portfolio or build my resume to appeal to future clients or clients. So we cool, we talking and everything, and he telling me what he need done, and he want to give some stuff away, and he want to. I'm like, okay, okay. So I'm telling him, listen, I'll dust and everything. He's like, I don't think it need dusting here. If you need a deep clean, you need a dusting. You need everything. Like if I could take a duster and wipe the walls and show you how dusty your house is dusty. So we talking and everything, laughing, and I'm writing and taking down his information, trying to devise a plan and show him that this is what I'm offering. Now we talking and I'm about to leave and everything. He asked me, because he could have been asked me this a long time ago, because that's how long that he could have asked me this from me just talking to him little by little. We have each other numbers. He's like, are you married? I'm like, no, I'm not married. I don't do relationships. I'm not trying to jump into a relationship. Not looking for a relationship. And I told him, because this is what I'm going to tell men now, so they could back off that I'm into polyamory, And he was like, what's that? I'm like, oh shit, he don't know what it is. That's good. So I explained it to him. He was like, oh, I'm not looking for a relationship either. I'm not looking for a commitment either. So I had to let him know, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, I don't mix business with pleasure. He said, oh, okay. And I said, I carry a weapon on me, right? Is it wrong for me to tell the person? And these are single men. And my point is, when you are a woman by yourself going into these men houses that want cleaning services, you have to put your guards up. You have to be safe. You have to be aware of your safety. And I don't think it should be like that. But the point I'm trying to make is, like, if I wanted to further my business or even grow my business, I don't think that I want to service any man home, single man home, because that's dangerous, right? I knew him, not personally, but I know of him. We didn't like have dinner or nothing. But when he said, are you married? Are you seeing someone? Like, I'm like, I don't mix business with pleasure. So you got me to your apartment to think that, oh, that you was going to get extra services on the side. No, that's not how it go, right? Even if I was your girlfriend or wife, you would have to pay me to clean your house. We live in two different apartments. I'm not going to clean my apartment and I'm going to clean your apartment for free. Are you crazy? He made it seem like, oh, well, you could take the direction, you could design, you could decorate. I'll follow your lead. I was like, really? Oh, okay. Trying to gas me up. I'm like, really thinking he's serious, because he flashed a lot. Like, he got a nice ass truck, a SUV, and he flashing. And his apartment looked like a man apartment. Like his one of his rooms, he got the TV the size of a wall, and I mean, it fit from wall to wall. I'm like, that's crazy. Not judging him, but the moral of the story is that women have it at least too much harder than men. Like, we have to be more mindful and thoughtful of our surroundings. We have to be like, have it in the back of our head, are we safe walking into this apartment? But I did tell him at the end, I said, I do have a weapon on me, and I did, right? Because um I don't know you like that, and you don't know me like that. But I'm glad I did have a to let him know that I had a weapon on me. He asked me, he said, do you have a weapon on you now? I was like, yes, I have a weapon on me now. I'm not afraid to use it. After that, he didn't call me. So I guess he thought that he was going to get, like, I don't know if he thought I was a whore, but if I was a whore, I'm not your whore, and I'm not. You can't afford to pay for me as a whore. So coming into these men houses and trying to like provide a service for them, because a lot of men, I'm sorry to say it, but it's true. Enough of them live disorganized, and they do need help, right? So they'll get you under the impression that, oh, they want services, but they're going for something else. They just creeps. So that's why I don't have compassion for men like Diddy or R. Kelly or anyone else. But I feel like women need to be more assertive and more direct, and let the man or whomever you trying to see know, at least tell them where you stand. Like, no, I'm not interested in you. I think elderly men would be better. They creeps too, Lasagna. When you say, and you said elderly man, I have an 80-year-old man that live on my floor. 80, he's in good shape, good shape. The first thing he was telling me about, because his wife had passed away about 7 years ago, and I'm like, have you dated since your wife passed? He was telling me about his dating experiences, and he gonna have the nerve to talk about why do black women, and I didn't even cut his ass off and say, oh, so you hate black women too. Like anytime I hear a black man bring up a black woman saying it in that way, in that tone, like black women, like, oh, you hate black women too. So I told him about my services. He's like, well, I have a pretty small apartment, so I don't know what more can be done. I said, do laundry too. And men of a particular age, and you would think because they are a particular age, Lasagna, that they would want services done and they paying for their services, right? But no. He said, well, it's good to have in mind. I said, okay. And the man that I went into his house, he's like in his 50s. Only thing I give him was he had nice teeth. Even if I was sexually attracted to him, that's not what I'm here for. I feel like now I have to bring a weapon, and I say that confidently, to protect myself, or just something to have, or a code to have to send out, or someone to escort me. If any woman want to open a business and they want to promote a cleaning business or go into people's homes, I feel like don't go in alone and don't go in like by yourself. You need someone with you. Even though he lived in the complex, and I don't think he's that stupid enough to try anything, but he did just let me know that, oh, he wasn't serious. And you're going to get people that's not serious. And when I told him, no, I'm not, I don't want no relationship. And when he didn't know what polyamory is, I'm glad he didn't know. He probably looked that shit up and like, oh no, I'm good. And I told him, well, polyamory is about me not having a main partner, a primary partner, a particular partner, me not sharing finances with, or having any commitment ideas, because I don't want to commit to anyone. I'm telling you, at all, not now, unless it benefits me and it benefits the person. But with all being said, he was just playing. Like, don't play with my money, right? If you're not going to pay for a service that you need, because most men, and I had people hit me up to play on my phone, like, oh, I'm looking for cleaning service, I'm single, and I have a 1 bedroom. Like, I'm like, don't play on my phone. This is not what I'm about. This is not what this is about, right? So men are just incapable, right? And some might say, well, not all men. Enough men are stupid to think that they could dominate and control a woman just by their presence alone. And it's not like I felt uncomfortable in his home. It's just the simple fact that he had uh, the confidence to think that I would submit to his I don't request. And that's what all it was about. Like, I could see if he was just like a decent, so you, like, I don't know why men are so dumb. Like, you think that I would be interested in you cleaning your home, right? And you paying me knowing that you probably messed this shit up all over again. It would be messy all over again. I'm not, and if you want to pay for weekly service, you have to have the money. And starting off as a businesswoman, going into a different direction and building a business from scratch is not easy, but you'd be met with stupidity like that guy, with that man, John Doe, thinking that he's supposed to be entitled to something. He never called me back. Well, no, he did text me good morning text like a couple of days ago, the day after, and I called him the next day because he wanted me to come clean his home. I told him what I would do, start off slow. I said, this is going to be slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady to get you where you need to be so you can have a clear vision of your home, right? A lot of people don't know that cleaning services is profitable. They are indeed needed. But like, if you are a type of person that think that shit is free, then you definitely have a problem. No one man should be cleaning no man home for free, right? At all. I don't care if that's like, if we're not living together and you have your own apartment and I have my own apartment and you want me to come clean up your home, let's set aside pleasure from business. I will charge you as my man, even as my husband. I'm gonna like charge you if we're not living in the same home. You want me to come from my home to clean your home for free? No, and I tell women this: do not ever clean a man's home for free. I'm sorry. I don't care how long y'all been together. I don't care how long you known him. I don't care how much you love him. It just goes to show that unless he's like disabled and he can no longer care for himself. But if he's of able body and he has working hands and he can do things for himself, then he should pay for the services he wants. And that's just how I feel about that. And I know that a lot of people won't think of it in that way, but that's how I feel. I'm not cleaning no man's home for free at all. I have spoken to men, I have talked to men about the services I provide and everything. And you know what they say? Oh, I could get that done for free. But obviously, you can't get it done for free because you still living in a disorganized and cluttered home. And a lot of men homes are cluttered and not organized, and it's just a lot of things that go into cleaning that you have to have the right mindset for. I inspected stoves and everything, his stove, and I want anybody to tell me if I'm wrong or right. If and because I need your advice. That's what I'm coming here to talk to you guys. At least so I wouldn't be so like misinformed. So if you go to someone's house and they have a stove, because the stove is different. That's not included in the home. That's totally different. Of course, you wipe the exterior, but cleaning, wiping it, like giving it a thorough cleaning, a deep cleaning, a stove. He had a big stove that would have cost $100 for me to clean. It took me 2 days to thoroughly and deep clean my stove for the simple fact that I haven't cleaned it like thoroughly, scrubbing and getting the crevices and everything where it needs to go. It took me 2 days, 4 hours, and I'm lying, 5 hours each day, and I made it look brand new. It looked like a brand new stove, And I know a lot of people, well, if you clean the stove, no, there's certain things that people miss. There's certain areas that people miss, and his was so obvious. I was going to hit him with like, you know what? This is $100 to clean your stove because it's going to take me a couple of hours and probably 2 days, right? That's a discount. Now, if you compare the prices to professionals, they charge $250, $300 to clean the stove, depending on the type of stove, depending on the hours and the man work. So I told him, I said, this is separate from everything. This will be like a separate job for me to clean your stove, like scrub it, polish it, make it look brand new, stainless steel. Like I made my stove look brand new. I mean, it wasn't like terrible, terrible, but it was grease where in places and grease in places where you cannot hit. So yeah, so things like that, like you have to be upfront and honest about. And I refuse to service a single man home and he don't know what to expect and I don't know what to expect with the services. So I said what I'm going to do is let people know, no, I'm not interested in working with single men because they don't have no respect. They don't they push boundaries, they don't respect boundaries, they break the rules. And not all men like this, but I know an 80-year-old man, Lasagna, that want me to, and I know him for good because he's been giving Zach money ever since we known him. He just been he's different. He said he want me to come once a month to clean his. I would clean his home, like Lasagna said, elderly men. Yeah, he's good for it. But these men that don't have no type of friends or don't have no relationships with women and don't interact with women or socially engage with women on a daily basis, and a woman coming to their home, bright smile, cheerful, polite and decent. Not saying that other women are not like that, because most women I know are polite and decent. Not all, but most. The ones I know are polite and decent and smiling, like to have a good time. So you think that's a opportunity for you to take advantage and ruin your chances of you being living in a decent anxiety stress home? Because if your home is not in the right setting, and if it's not like full decluttered or organized, you are suffering from some type of anxiety and stress and you're not happy. And I am living proof of this, and I'm going to come back and share my stories once in a blue moon. I just wanted to get that out there with what I've been doing, behind the scenes, or just going into, because my complex is really established. Like it's a working class complex. People have great jobs, but it's just the fact that a lot of people cheat. I used to be a caregiver for men. They are fresh. Yeah, but I don't like that shit. Like, they think that they entitled to that. They think they entitled to like say anything they want, do anything they want because they presence and their aesthetic. And I'm a woman, you're a man. Like I will definitely, definitely not hesitate to pull out a weapon because that's not what I'm here for. Like I don't play with men at all in any capacity. I mean, we joke around, but when it comes to business, don't play with me. Like I don't know what made him think that he could just say anything he wants to me. I never gave him. I didn't go over there with no freaking booty shorts on. I didn't go over there with no bra on. I was completely covered in black, oversized T-shirt, I mean, an oversized sweater, some baggy pants. I had on like appropriate clothes. So for him to think that he um can just do that in that aspect and that nature just goes to show me that, he would never do that with a man. He would never like walk up to a man and be like, "Yo, you stepped on my foot. Was good." Like, but he got the balls to say, "Oh, are you married?" That's not what I'm here for, creep. And I won't return to your home. Like, I don't even play with men for the simple fact they not fun. Like most men today are not fun. They not playful. They all serious. They overwork and underpaid. They stress. They not happy. They miserable, and that's no fault but their own. And they have a tendency to blame women for what they go through, what they've been through, their trauma. But if you're 50 years old, 40 years old, 30 years old, like I tell my son, you're 29 years old, and you should be a little bit more advanced in your stages of life instead of blaming people and try to rectify the problem. So yeah, I don't play with men, like not like that, like not in that moment where it's business. And so with all the single men, and they want a service in their home, and they want someone to come out and help them out, like no. And there's been a few other incidents with men, like just in this short period of time alone, me handing out my flyers about cleaning services. They act like they interested, but they're not. And these are the men that actually need help with their home, getting into order, organizing, declutter, cleaning, deep cleaning. But and that's why they are where they are, and that's why. And I don't want to be with no man that has a cluttered home and not even try to take the steps to declutter it or organize it, right? And if y'all want to be fair and say, well, what about the women? True, I know a woman in her 80s, older, that said that, and I'll just put it like this: she's a hoarder, right? So what can I do with a hoarder? How can I help a hoarder? I can't, and especially a woman in her 80s, there's no help for her. So you're right. Whether it's a man or a woman, not to be gender, but certain things I'm not gonna waste my time on, and I just don't waste my time with people. I don't. Call me mean or whatever, aggressive. Yeah, I don't play with people. Don't play with me. I don't play with men. Don't play with my money. Don't play with my business. Don't try to, you know, sabotage me, because it will be hell to pay. So I just learned that, going forward, you're gonna have some rejection, and everyone is not gonna meet your standards. Is you're gonna have people that in the beginning are a little bit how you say it, because they don't know you. They don't know you for me personally. They don't know me personally for me to come into their home. But I'm building up a clientele and a rapport with people in the neighborhood that I do know personally. But yeah, that was an experience, and I didn't feel like unsafe with me, because I felt like I was safe with me. Because if you got that much money in your pocket that saying, well, money is no object, then your home would look spick and span, and your home would look like a professional home. It would not be organized. It would not be cluttered. It's just crazy. Like, I just want y'all to join me in this experience when I come back and say, listen, I heard it here first. I want to start a cleaning business. It's a tedious task. It's a lot of planning. I'll keep you up to date. I came here on this page to let you know what I've been doing. At first, I wasn't going to, but it doesn't hurt for me to let you guys know what I'm going through. I won't post any of my flyers on social media because I don't want people in my business like that. But I just want guys to know that I've been busy, I've been active, and I've been doing what I have to do to ensure and secure a future for me and my children. And that's just about it. And I would just like to thank everyone for letting me rant and rave on this Wednesday about what I've been going through and what I'm about to go through. So it's not easy, but I definitely will definitely keep checking in on everyone and letting everyone know how I'm feeling and what I'm going through, and how's everyone out there, my supporters who've been with me for ever and just listen to me on this Wednesday afternoon. It's a beautiful feel. Hey, pretty Nikki, you are late. It's okay. How you been, Nikki? Oh, we went to 53 minutes. I was just telling everybody about my new adventure and my new business plan I'm working on. It's not easy. It's not pretty Nikki. I've trying to start up a cleaning business, but it's not easy. It's hard. So that's what I'll definitely be putting work into more so than anything else. It's a task. It's a journey. It's not easy. You are going to be met with rejection, and that's okay too. But yeah, so I just would like to say thank you to everyone. And I would like to let everyone know that I will be back, not soon, but soon enough to check in with everyone. And hopefully the conversation will change. I could tell my stories on my other page. That's where I'm going to leave the great stories for. I watch the replay for sure. Congratulations. You got this. Oh, thank you, pretty Nikki. Kim said mine. Oh, and that's what I'm going. And so you know what? I'm glad that I have an audience like this that I have. It means a lot to me because I do need support and I do need your input and just our value or your opinions. So what I'm going to do is because this page is my main page. This is the page where I can make money at. But this is not the page where y'all want to come hear me rant and rave about like my behind the scenes lifestyles and shit. So I'll save that for the other page and build that page and grow that page over there and talk about what I go through and what you may want to hear, and you could talk about what you go through. That's a lifestyle page. But over here we talk about, the drama that's going on in the sector. And there's nothing going on in the sector, so there's nothing to talk about. But I will be back with updates and give you an insight because I want to make my like if I build memberships, it would be private. Everyone, and I hope I keep the privacy and the trust between my supporters that anything that I share will be between us, like the other page. So, like my other channel that I had before I canceled that page. But so yeah, so I'm gonna come back and update y'all to show y'all how far it's getting. And I know a lot of women in the audience love to clean. And if you got any ideas or any hacks or DIY, do with y'all DIY anything that could help me, anything that could help build my business, I'm interested in hearing. Okay, so I would like to say, what's your other page? I'm gonna share it on the sorry Nikki, I'm gonna share it on my community wall. But yeah, we're gonna talk about it. I think that's what I need the most is I read about it that I need to gather and gain the support of my supporters on my platforms in order to grow a business. I need you guys for now and I need you guys for the future. You like the smallest support team I ever had in my whole entire life, and with y'all help and support, I would definitely flourish. So yeah, I'll share it on the other page, Pretty Nikki. And I would like to say to everyone, that's my other page, Insight and Perspective with Bronx Girl. Thank you for listening to my insight and my perspective. And I would definitely see you soon. Everyone have a great day. Thank you, Pretty Nikki. Catch the replay. I'll talk to y'all later.